this video and showing this brand new channel, Broke Budgets, some interest. My name's Christine and I started this channel in the hopes of documenting my family's financial savings journey. If that's something you're interested in, or maybe you or your family have recently started a similar journey, feel free to like, share, subscribe, definitely comment, because maybe you can help me figure some stuff out along the way. I'd love to have you join me on this journey and help me out. So yeah, to be clear, this is a brand new channel. This is our first video. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge about what I'm doing here. I do have a plan, but I'm still very new to this budgeting, savings community, and I know I have a lot of learning to do. So that being said, in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background on myself and sort of show you what I'm working with, and then we're gonna jump in. So, like I said, my name's Christine. I am 26. I'm a mother. I have one son. He just turned 1 this month in July. And I have a second one due in September. So our second baby coming is a huge motivating factor for wanting to get our stuff together with budgeting and saving. I do work. I'm a public school teacher, so you already know money's tight. I love what I do, but it does put a strain on things. So financially, well, mentally, emotionally, all of that. But I love what I do. It can be sticky with the money. So I am a teacher. My partner does work as well. Now, he's in school full-time, so he doesn't have a traditional 9-to-5 job, but he does also work full-time. So we're both full-time workers, and we have tried budgeting in the past before with traditional like checking savings accounts. It just didn't work out. I've tried Google spreadsheets, like really intricate Google spreadsheets that calculate numbers for you and fill in the blanks for you, and we just weren't disciplined enough to stick to it. As of lately, I've gained a lot of interest in the cash budgeting system, which I'm sure you could tell from what you see in front of you. But if you don't know what that is, my understanding of it is basically it's a way to save and spend your money using cash, and I think personally that having the physical money, having it physically in front of you, in your face, and you can see, how much you have left or what you don't have for certain categories, I think it might help a person become more disciplined in their spending. At least that's what we're hoping. So we do have 2 incomes coming in, but we also have a lot of debt that we pay off. So every month a lot of our money goes towards debt, which makes things tight everywhere else in our budget. And so it's really important that we learn to budget and learn to save in an efficient and effective manner, because what we got going on is just not cutting it. All right, so I do want to talk a little bit about what I have kind of set up. I've been doing the cash budgeting system for about a week now. I've created some worksheets to go along with my binders. I purchased binders, and I've sort of set them up. They're not finished because I purchased like a set of envelopes and stickers, and I didn't have enough envelopes for everything that I wanted, so I had to order some new envelopes in. They'll be here tomorrow, but long story short, this is what we're working with right now, but in the next couple days it will be a little bit different. So first off, I have two binders here. They're personal binders. They are 6-ring binders in the size A6. So are the envelopes inside. I didn't really choose these colors. It was a 2-pack on Amazon. I think it was like $8 or $9, so I just grabbed it. But it works for me. I like the colors. My purple binder is meant for budgeting and what would be known in a traditional budget as variable expenses. So variable expenses are things that are not in set amounts. You have your bills, which are set expenses. Those are usually the same amount each month. And then you have your variables, which might differ, on a week-to-week basis or month-to-month basis, such as grocery shopping, clothing shopping, beauty, makeup, entertainment, eating out. Those might differ on a bi-weekly or weekly basis, however you're doing it. So these would be your variable expenses. These are my daily expenses. So when you open up the binder, you have some pockets in here. I don't have anything in here. It's there though. And then I have the envelopes themselves. This blank one I've been using for extra cash. I had some earlier in the week. Now I don't. But when I have some extra cash, I'll just throw it in here and, where it needs to go, it'll go. Like I said, I'm new to this, so there's been a little bit of moving money around. I've needed to move money around from different funds or different accounts. I've needed to add money, like my gas pocket. I underestimated what we needed, so that extra cash sat there for like 5 minutes and then had to go into a different pocket. So, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm figuring it out, and we'll learn what works and what doesn't work as we go. So some of the folders that I have in here, like I said, are regular daily expenses: gas, shopping, dining out, clothing, personal, and then I have a deposit bag in here. I will talk a little bit more about how we set this up for our family in a separate budgeting video. Since we're at the end of the week, I'll do a budget with me video for next week. I've decided I'm going to budget on a weekly basis, so I'll explain how that works in that video. Today's video, we're going to focus on our savings funds, or as they're known in the budgeting community, sinking funds. To my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, comment. If anything I'm saying does not sound right, let me know. But sinking funds, from what I understand, are basically savings funds. They're things that you want to put money into and not necessarily take money out of. They're things that you want to save for. So some of the categories that I have in here are, it says household. I didn't choose what the sticker said. It came in a set. What it really means is house. A big goal that my partner and I have is to purchase a house. So this is basically a house fund. Rent. Rent usually comes out of the checking account, but I figure we could, start putting things towards this throughout the month. Debt, emergencies, Christmas, car maintenance. Like I said, there's money in here. I've been on vacation. There's money in most of these. I've been doing this for about a week, so I've started my savings funds, but please take note of the title of the channel, Broke Budgeting. There's not a whole lot in any of these. Now, we are fortunate in that we have 2 incomes coming in. I know that it's not the worst case scenario, but it is also not the most comfortable financial situation either. Like I said, we do have a lot of debt that we're constantly paying towards. So it's hard to save and to budget with what we have, especially when the two incomes coming in aren't the highest either. So I get it, we're not the worst situation, but we're definitely not the most comfortable either. Our goals with budgeting and saving are to get ourselves in a more comfortable position, especially with our second son coming, and also to purchase a house. Those are our huge motivators, our kids and a house, which kind of go hand in hand. We want the house for our kids. So we're really trying here with what we have, but just letting you guys know, some of these accounts, you know, there's $5 in there. Maybe I'm only going to put $5 in there. Sometimes I won't be able to put money in all of them. Sometimes I won't be able to put, you know, the same amounts. So that's another thing. I've been watching a lot of videos, particularly from Pink Budgets and Taylor Budgets, and it seems like there's like a set number that people like to follow, not just them, but like that I've seen throughout all the videos that I'm watching. There are a couple of other ladies that I watch, but I can't think of them right now. I'll list them. But it seems like people like to have like set amounts that they dedicate to each fund. So maybe every week there's $25 going here or $20 going here. For me, if I were to keep it at a set amount, like the most I can guarantee would be like $5 or $10 a week kind of thing, you know? But it'll vary. So some weeks and a fund might get $25 and the next week it might get $5. It's going to depend on what we have to play with. So just putting that out there. Also, before we start, I do want to say that I am not a professional. I'm not a financial advisor, don't work at a bank, not an accountant. Honestly, I'm not even too good with math to begin with. This is completely out of my comfort zone, and I'm trying to figure it out as we go. So what I show you today and what I use today might be completely different from what you see in a week or two from now, especially because the sheets that I've created, I've made. So if they aren't functioning how I need them to function, then they're going to get replaced or they're going to be fixed. So you might see things change as we go. And then definitely you're going to see some envelopes added to both. Well, you won't see the budgeting binder today, but you'll see some envelopes added to. Actually, I showed you the budgeting binder. There's going to be envelopes added to both of these binders because there are things. I want savings funds for my children. Also spending pockets for my partner and I want us to have, a little bit of money each week as well. So things like that. You'll see a few things added in here. Now, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what I have created for the savings binder and how I intend to use it. And then we're also going to, we're also going to stuff some money into a couple of these funds. Okay, so let's switch places here. Okay, so I've created a sheet that I want to use on a weekly basis. So each week will have its own savings tracker sheet. Okay, as you can see, I started this out. Today is the 24th, so we're at the end of the week. It's already filled out in here. How I want this to work, I want to be tracking the transactions. So tracking how much money I'm putting in, and if I have to move money around, or if I, hopefully I don't, but if I have to take money out, I want to be documenting where that's coming from, and like I said, how much money is going in. So as you can see in the beginning of the week, money had to come out of a fund. That's what's highlighted in pink. I underestimated the grocery amount that we were going to use. So that extra money that I had in the front of the budgeting binder, and then $100 of the house fund, $105 of the house fund had to come out, but then that was replaced the next day. So, and then I also got to start a couple of funds. So the way that this works is I start off with the beginning amount. So whatever is in the account, the fund to begin with, I would put in the change. So whatever I'm putting in or taking out, and then how I'm ending it. So what I'm leaving the account with. So right now, my house fund is at $790. My car fund, $50, emergency, $20, Christmas, $20, and debt is $25. Those are the categories that I'm going to be putting money into today. So I went ahead and listed those. I'm just going to take the totals and list them here. So that's the amount that we're starting off with, that we're working with right now. So house, we have $790. Car, we have $50. Emergency, $20. Christmas, $20, and debt, $5. Debt payments come out of our checking account. This is just additional debt payments. So any cash that I'm putting into this is just a bonus debt payment that we'd be making. So don't think I only pay $5 toward my debt a month, because no ma'am. No. So this is just the additional. Hopefully we can break that down. It's going to take a while for my student loans, but for other things, hopefully we can, narrow that debt down in the next year or two. Okay, so today I know that I have $305 to kind of split up in here. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and put in. My house fund is major priorities, so that's always going to get like the largest amount. House, car, I know I need some routine maintenance work. We're also going to be looking at replacing my tires pretty soon, and that's probably going to be around $400 or $500. So I need to kind of beef up the car fund a little bit. Emergency, I'll do 20. Christmas, do 20, and then I'll do 25 for debt. All right, so this will bring us to $990 for 90, 40, 40, 30. Okay, so these are my ending numbers. This is what I'm going to end the week on. So house is finishing, I'm sorry y'all, so house is finishing at $990, car 90, emergency and Christmas are at 40, and debt is at $30. Okay, so this is all the money that we're gonna put in here, and I'll go ahead and do that now. So house is getting 260, 100, 20, 30, 60, 80, 200. It's gonna go in here. Since it's 20, so I'm gonna just put it right up front. Okay. Rent doesn't get anything. Debt is getting 25. I only have 5 singles in here. So I'm gonna put this in the front. So the bigger bills are in front. Okay, emergencies. It's gonna get 20. Christmas is gonna get 20. If I sound out of breath, it's because I am. I'm like 8 months pregnant. Well, no, I'm like 31 weeks, so it is what it is. I am beat. All right, and then car gets the last 40. Okay, so I went ahead and stuffed those. So my money has been placed into my savings binder. Now, I also have a couple of other components to the sheet. So off to the side, I have a weekly savings changes. So this little mini chart is where I'm going to keep track of the changes in the accounts or the funds from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. So this week I started at 721 and now I'm ending, oh, I'm a mess, I can't. And now I'm ending at 990. Emergency has 40, debt 30, Christmas 40, kids we didn't add to, car has 90, vacation we didn't add to. So how much did we save? So we added 269 here. We added 40, 30, 40, and 90. So that's how much we added. So this is helping me see my progress through the week. And I find that helpful. Now what I'm going to do is add up how much I have contributed to each of these funds this week. So that would be 80, 110, 200. That's 469. Oh, my iPad's gonna die. So that's 469. Now that seems decent in my opinion. Not every week is gonna have that much saved. I'm just tell you that right now. Now for this bottom tracker, this is what's going to help me see the progress as far as from the beginning of the month to today, which is the end of the week. So this number is actually going to be different. Now at the beginning of the month I had $1,000 and I'm actually down 10. Like I said, we've been moving money around, which isn't fun. So we're actually down 10. Emergency, we're at 40. Debt, we're at 30. Christmas, 40. Kids, car, 90. Vacation, why did I do that? Vacation. So, all right. So this number is actually going to be lower. So I have saved 90, 120, 200. I've saved $200. I'm not going to take away the 10 because, okay, I'll take away the 10. 190. I wasn't going to take away the 10 because I feel like I still saved this $200, you know what I mean? I still put that 200 towards the other funds, but that minus 10 is there, so I guess I have to take it into account. is a 190. Okay, so normally this number, this bottom number, would probably be higher because you're looking at all of these totals, all of these changes throughout the month. But this is my first week doing this, so there's no other weeks of savings prior to kind of contribute to this. And also, if I hadn't moved around that money before, this would be at least the same. I'm actually going to highlight that in pink. So typically this number will be higher because it's more of a built up number versus this number up here just being this week. Now, ironically, I added this in because I felt like, you know, me saving only $40 this week might not be very encouraging. But if I saved $40 last week and $40 the week before, then that means this month I actually saved $120, which, you know, seeing that monthly progress might be a little bit more encouraging than just seeing what you're doing each week. So this is kind of like your weekly progress and your monthly progress, your motivators here. So this is the sheet that I have designed. I originally had it like a bubblegum pink color, but it's just a lot on your eyes. So we moved over to a softer, more neutral shade. These will probably change up as, you know, the months pass and, you know, seasons change. I'll probably change the colors as well. But I'm liking this so far. I know it's only been a week, but I am liking the way that it's functioning so far. So maybe it'll stick around. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I have for savings binder. In my next video, hopefully I'll see you there, I'm going to talk about how I plan to budget and how my partner and I have set up our budgeting binder. All right, so that wraps up today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed what you saw. I know I'm a little bit, you know, kind of everywhere as I'm figuring things out. And I know that it's not the most solid advice, but like I said, I would love to have you all join me on this journey, and also give your input as far as, you know, what things might be helpful, or maybe, you know, what things should change. I could definitely use the advice. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I see you next time. Bye guys.